Good afternoon. So my name is Eddie Bacon, and I am a lecturer at Ranksit University International College. And so today I'm going to be talking about how the coronavirus has affected my life relating to being a teacher at Ranksit University International College. Okay, so I guess I'll start off with a short introduction. So again, my name is Eddie Bacon, and I've been a lecturer at Ranksit University International College since 2014. I'm not from Thailand, as you can see. I'm from America, um, and I graduated a long time ago, in 1999, from the University of Oregon, where I majored in Japanese, and then I minored in business administration. Then a few years after that, I moved to Japan in 2004. I think 2004. Where first I lived there for about 8 years. Okay, and I was an English. I was started off as an English teacher for an English conversation school called Geos, and then after that, after Geos went bankrupt, I worked at a junior high slash high school in Gunma Prefecture in Japan. I worked there for 2 years as a assistant language teacher. Then a few years after that, I decided to move to Thailand. Actually, a friend of mine invited me to Thailand, telling me that I should come and check it out. And I came here, and I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. So then a few years after that, in 2014, is when I actually started working at Ranksit University, and I've been here ever since for almost 6 years now. And I started off originally. I started off as teaching English and then teaching Japanese as well. But since then, I got my master's degree in bilingual education from Ranksit University, and then so now I've just been focusing on only teaching English. And currently now I'm in a PhD program at Thammasat University, and so I'm hoping to finish that, get my PhD in 2022. That's my goal, 2022. Hopefully I make it. All right, it'll be either 2022 or 2023, but I'm hoping for 2022. Okay. All right, so I wanted to introduce you to my wonderful, beautiful wife, P. We met shortly after I arrived in Thailand in 2014, and we've been together ever since. Okay. Next, I want to introduce you to my dogs. So as you can see there, I have many dogs. Actually, I have 7 dogs. Okay. Well, I should say that I take care of 7 dogs at my house. All right. So let's start off with I have 2 pugs. Okay. Well, when I first arrived in Thailand, we got a pug, but he sadly passed away when he was about 2 years old. But then after that, we took in I call them rescue pugs. So we took dogs from other, or we opened our home to dogs from other owners who maybe they couldn't take care of them, or something of that matter. So the first one was Money. Okay. As you can see, she's got a lot of personality, and I think she's got too much personality for any small dog should have. So she has a lot of energy. She doesn't really care too much for other dogs, but she loves people. So yeah, she's really nice. She's really cute. She loves to kiss you, but be careful because she's got really bad breath, and plus she farts all the time. But she's really cute. So if you do let her kiss you, just make sure you wash your hands and wash your face. All right. Next one is Chiang Mai. So we got her. I think she came from probably a dog farm, and so we took her in our house. And she's a little old. I mean, she's pretty much blind, but she's really cute. So we got her from an owner in Chiang Mai, so that's why we call her Chiang Mai. So we want to make sure that she lives a happy life for the rest of her life. Okay. Next are my French bulldogs. Okay, so they aren't actually mine. What I did was, there was in the previous house where I lived, there was this nice big house, and there were about four French bulldogs there. But the owner didn't live there. The owner had paid someone to take care of them every day, to feed them every day, and to take care of his house. So we struck a deal with the owner and say, hey, listen, tell you what, if you let me rent your house, I'll take care of your dogs for you. And so he's a very great owner, and so he's a very great landlord. So he said, perfect. So we take care of his dogs. So really, the dogs, they belong to him, but to us, they feel like our dogs because we're the ones that take care of them. We're the ones that feed them, bathe them, and make sure they're healthy. But yeah. So the one on the left here, this is Mato. So Mato is a very great guard dog, but she's all bark, no bite. So she won't bite people, but if there's someone outside that they think is coming in, she will bark. Next is Tsua. Okay, she is all bite. So she loves people. She's very sweet with people, but she doesn't really like other dogs, and she's very aggressive with the other dogs. So that's why we have to separate our dogs from these two dogs. So these two dogs, they're like, I guess they are sisters. So they're really good friends with each other. They love playing rough. But if the other dogs, Tsua will attack them. Versus Mato will bark, but won't fight. She loves to play. But yeah, so that's why we have to keep them separated. Okay, so next we have, these are the puppies. So about last year, we had a small Pomeranian dog staying with us. It belonged to a family member of my wife, and so he stayed with us. But right before he left, he gave us a surprise. So he allowed this dog to have puppies. Okay, so these two dogs, so they're half French Bulldog, half Pomeranian, and this one right here, Ariel, she barks all the time, nonstop, all the time. And then Laika is a little more quiet. So, but they're both healthy puppies, and they love playing around, and they love to destroy things. But yeah, so the last dog I want to introduce, this is Princess. So her name is of course her name is Princess Jiao Ying, but really she's my princess. So she's the apple of my eye. So yeah, she's a very sweet dog. She's quiet. She doesn't bark. So the perfect dog. And like whenever I try to teach her new tricks, she picks them up really quick. So the most recent trick I taught her was how to speak. So yeah, so like if I want her to bark, she's really good at that. But again, she doesn't bark a lot. The only time she barks is when she's scared. But yeah, she's very sweet, and she loves kids. She adores kids. So whenever a kid comes over to our house, she's like, "Oh wow, someone I get to play with." So yeah, and also she's always sitting by me when I'm teaching online. So right now she's right behind me here, sleeping. So really, she's kind of like the most perfect dog you could ask for, and she's super sweet. Okay, so now I want to talk a little bit about my coronavirus or my COVID-19 life. So as you can see here, there's a little jail cell. Okay, so this is kind of like just a joke, but this is kind of embarrassing. But my life, it really hasn't changed so much because of the coronavirus outbreak. I'm a busy guy. During the weekdays, I teach at Ranksit University International College, where I teach English. And generally, I focus on English writing. And then on the weekends, I'm a PhD student at Thammasat, where I'm in their English language studies program, where I focus on where I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to develop into a good researcher, and that's my goal. And then so the weeknights and the evenings after work is when I'm working on my dissertation. So right now I'm working on chapter 2, which I got to turn in by the end of this month. So that's something I got to get done. but generally, my life, it really hasn't changed so much. Um, I, I still, as I said, I keep busy. Um, but I do have, I can't go out a lot. Um, so generally, I try to go out once a day. So I'll go out in the after lunch. I'll usually go to 7-Eleven and I'll get like a snack. So I can't stay inside all day because then that's when you feel like a prisoner. So generally, what I do, I always keep a mask in my car, a face mask, and then I'll keep hand sanitizer in the car. So whenever I go, whenever I leave, I get in the car. First thing I do, I put on the hand sanitizer, put on the mask. Then I go into 7-Eleven. Then I come back in the car, take off the mask, and then I put on hand sanitizer again. So I'm just trying to be careful um, when I go outside. But generally, my life really hasn't been affected so much by this. I don't know. Maybe my wife is being affected by it because I'm home all the time now. So maybe she has to get used to that. But for me, it's very easy, and she takes care of me very well. So yeah. All right, next. Okay, this is something that I do miss. I miss Mexican food. I love Mexican food. So I'm from America, and in America we have a lot of Mexicans or a lot of Hispanic people live in America. So Mexican food is very much a part of American daily life, or not daily, but a part of our lives. We eat a lot of Mexican food. Mexican is very popular, and so that's what I miss. And then so up until I found this restaurant, the restaurant is called Que Pasa. So this is a Mexican restaurant in the suburb of Bangkok. Before I found this place, if I wanted Mexican food, I had to cook it myself. But we went there, and oh my gosh, I mean just the atmosphere. It's like a typical American Mexican restaurant. And then my favorite right here, this right here, the one that's got a tortilla cut into little slices. These are quesadillas, and I love quesadillas. So yeah, so after this thing is over, after the coronavirus, aka COVID-19, subsides and everything opens up again, the first thing I'm doing, I'm going straight to quesadilla. Oh, sorry, I'm going straight to Que Pasa and getting me some quesadillas. And also, the other thing I love about this restaurant is a typical Mexican restaurant in America. They will give you, as like an appetizer, they'll give you tortilla chips and salsa dip. And so they do that. So I love it. So yeah, that's the first thing I'm doing when I go when I go there, or when things open up again. So yeah, I mean, it's just my message here is just don't let. I know some people that they get kind of depressed or disappointed or whatever. I know my mother, she was telling me she got depressed because she has to stay at home all day. But my thing is just be safe. I mean, this thing it's not going to last forever, and hopefully it'll be done sooner rather than later. But just live your life, practice social distancing. Make sure you be safe, and if you do go outside, like me, make sure you protect yourself and you protect others. So wear your mask. I know with me in the beginning, I would always forget my mask. So now what I do is I always keep the mask in my car. That way I don't forget it. That way I don't have to come back home to get my mask. And I also maybe keep a bottle of hand sanitizer, so the alcohol hand sanitizer in your car, and just just be safe. And if we all work together, this thing will be finished, hopefully sooner rather than later. Okay, and also in another note, I'm trying to build this YouTube channel, the RSC Language Center, which is also it's a peer assisted learning center that's set up in Building 7. So if you like this video, please come back to the YouTube channel and subscribe. All right. Well, thank you. Okay. Bye bye.